Hey, listen, YouTube. Listen, man. If y'all don't know, man, I'm about to turn it up right now, man. So, hey, man, this white boy. I don't know if he a white boy. He looked like he a white boy when he just got out the car, y'all. Man, he is out here doing his thing out here in LA, man. I ain't never seen nothing like this go down, man, in a long time. At least not in our time, man. We hear about stories like this from back in the day. We don't get to witness shit like this going down. This man, he done literally jumped out of one car. He got it. They say he a murder suspect, like he murdered somebody or maybe shot somebody. We don't know yet, man. They just throwing they just throwing out all type of shit. But look, there he go right there. Look, he running that thing. But listen, y'all, they done landed the helicopter on the street. This man done got away from them landing the helicopter on the street. After they land the helicopter on the street, he still get away, get in the car. Boom, he on the car with two hostages, two women. Man, he hit that. They lay the spike strips out. I'm just trying to catch y'all up. They lay the spike strips out. The man get to another. The man had him go around through the airport, pull over. Then he jump out the car, run, and take over another car, y'all. And now he in this car right here, man. This some shit you see on GTA right here, man. Let me get the volume on, man, so we can watch this shit.
Um, I, and I'm sure, Dylan, we're going to move south as soon as we can, right? Okay.
Yeah, so we're not exactly sure what the relationship was.
But if we stay over the 110, how's
to
that problem?
to this other SUV that's being pursued right now. But we see the moment where this SUV actually went into a Bank of America parking lot. If we can pull up that video.
Oh, he riding. Look, he hitting them corners and everything. Oh my god.
Followed by
He tried to
officers.
do Loy.
I mean, you can see people walking into the bank at that point. And then apparently trying to cut through the parking lot onto a nearby street. But this has been a wild pursuit so far.
It's going
Starting
down, y'all.
in Inglewood, sort of circling around the LAX neighborhood. And we kind of wondered why that was the case.
It's going down.
When the avalanche started coming apart and the front wheel essentially came off, and the avalanche actually hit a bystanding car. You see the driver hop out of the avalanche and into a waiting SUV. And there was that moment once again. You can see it broke down completely. Driver hops out, runs across the street, and then hops into a waiting car. So perhaps that's the reason this car was going so slow and was trying to figure out, and was going essentially in circles trying to figure out where to go next. And this has been the case ever since. And we're trying to get a clearer picture, but it looks like, yes.
Somebody said trans right. These people over here, hey man, I'm looking at the live chat. These people going crazy in the live chat, y'all. Over here. Not on us, but actually on this video.
Seems like almost every officer in the division is in pursuit of that vehicle.
They said almost, it looked like almost every officer in the division is in pursuit. This man going down. What the hell is they putting all these goddamn trans flags up for? Is this a transgender on the run?
I think it is right there. Now we're making our way back into another major, going right through another major. Thank goodness that was a green light. And it's continuing on now. I believe we are.
Y'all, we getting a lot of transgenders in the comment section. Is it a transgender on the run? This gonna be crazy, ain't it? Or somebody that identifies for the LGBTQ community? Somebody said, get away, you Uber driver.
Get a little bit of a better shot when we get close enough and see if it is actually a female driver. We understand that it may be. I heard that it was a female driver, and this person. This wasn't a carjacking. You know, it doesn't.
They saying it wasn't a carjacking, but it looked like a carjacking to me. I mean, you never know, man.
The suspect from that Avalon jumped
in the back seat. When he jumped in the back seat, you guys understand. He had the opportunity to put his pistol up. He could have had his pistol up and pulled the pistol right back out when he got in the car. You never know what's going on, man. There's so many allegations going on right now.
Now we're heading southbound Century Boulevard. Got somebody on the roadway.
Yeah, move out the way, player. Yeah, get out the street.
What's going on right now?
You got a solid red.
And there's a big bus crossing through.
He's making a right turn. Okay. Nope. Whoa.
I couldn't see there for a second, Stu.
Man, it couldn't happen down south. Down south, they would have took that car out. That car would have been took out.
Older SUV giving it its props. It is an older vehicle, but it's at least it's going right. But LAPD, they are in pursuit. That vehicle seems to be at least slowing down a little bit. We're not seeing.
Man, they trying to make they move. Man,
very,
hey,
very
listen,
high speeds that we saw
everybody know when you in the
maybe
city,
it's
man.
fatigue. That's
Look at
something
all
else
these.
that we never talk about. That
Nah, you're
driver,
right, you're right.
you've got a lot of adrenaline. You've got
They
a
talking
lot of
about
push in there when you're driving like
why
that.
they
You're
saying
trying
the
to
word,
stay
the
alert,
N word,
do all
man?
that, and your body,
Igor
once
rights.
that adrenaline goes, you really start to feel
Lead
that
ball.
slowing. That
Somebody,
might be what
Lord
we're
Ball,
seeing
they
here.
need to
Hopefully that moment
ban them off that
you know,
stream, bro. I hate
soberness
when
as
these
it might
racist
be,
people
the
come over
driver
and do
might
that
be like, what am I
weird
doing?
shit.
Because
Right.
we need to stop this before somebody gets hurt. But it's continuing southbound, and we're making our way. It's still on Century, 109th Street. We're going to be getting really, really close to the 105 freeway here in a moment or two. And hopefully he's going to make his way south on that, or keep going. And we're going to be able to
Man.
get, fly this like a regular pursuit where we can get at least a little bit closer. Right now, though, it's continuing on. And we can see it, but you just worry about all those pedestrians out there. You worry about people that are just going about their business, and then
Yeah.
you've got somebody being chased by LAPD, and for what? That person. Yes, it is a serious crime, but why would you want? There's a lot of questions, and we're not here. This is not the moral hour for sure.
Man, y'all over the sea. That what I was talking about is a lot of questions. They don't know what's really going on, man. If that was a real murder suspect, I would think they would have took that. Well, no, he got in a vehicle with some more people. You can't hurt the people inside, man. So,
and the
man.
speed's definitely slowing down, but still a little bit of that reckless driving. And LAPD, a number of them right behind them, and we also know a number of them on the streets nearby, making another turn right there. We got somebody on a bicycle and going underneath.
All they got to
the
do is
105
get to
freeway.
a parking garage
We're making our way
with another
southbound,
car in the
and
parking
hopefully we're
garage
gonna
or a
be able to
motorcycle or
get a
something.
little
Get in the
bit
parking
closer now,
garage.
and we'll keep an
It
eye on
throws the damn
But,
helicopter
this
off. The
pursuit
helicopter don't know
continues as we're
who.
making our way
Especially
out
if you
of
get in there
the,
before the
LAPD area,
police
into
get
the
up in there.
sheriff's area,
You good.
as
You gonna
we're,
be out in and out.
entering the Compton area right now as 118th Street. That can't be. No, we're on Success. We're on Success, moving southbound into Compton.
Yeah, and I'm sure people who live in these apartment buildings and homes
It's going
nearby are
down,
wondering
yeah.
what the heck is going on. But don't if you're watching this, don't go outside. We don't
Talk
know.
about
if
don't
this
go
person
outside,
is
duh.
armed.
I mean,
We know that
see, you go
we're
outside.
hearing reports that this
Just don't go crossing the
person
street
who
without
fled into this SUV
without being
from the
looking both
avalanche
ways.
No,
is an
made it
attempted
eastbound
murder suspect. So that's why police are keeping their
Turn off the
distance.
captions.
They're not really keeping their distance. They just don't. They're just not able to do a pit maneuver.
Right,
they don't
right.
want to do that pit maneuver. Why didn't he pop out? What happened? Where did he go? Great, fantastic.
Uh-oh.
I thought he was staying on 120th. Nope, it looks like he's going. He turned around, going back the other way.
Oh,
He got me on that one. Running through
yeah,
another
he
red
almost
light
shook
right
the
there.
he almost shook the
And
cop.
they're heading back over towards the 105 freeway, but you can see that vehicle definitely slowing down. That's if anything, that's going to be a plus for what's going on. We're not doing 60 to 80 miles an hour right now. We're kind of just doing 40 to 50, which is still extremely dangerous, especially when you're running red lights. Making another turn right there. Looks like we're heading back out onto Imperial Highway. And looks like we're heading westbound on Imperial, LAPD. Let's get a look at how many officers are actually right behind them right there. So and it just continues.
Five.
Just,
I'm
the
counting
line
five.
just
Six.
continues.
See.
6 police SUVs behind him right now. Or
6
more.
police
Yep.
SUVs.
Yep.
Everybody else had to go
You
get gas.
know LAPD, they're talking on the radio. They're going to be in that area. They want
It's
this to
going
be coming
down.
in peacefully, but this car continues to just go and elude officers from the LAPD. They could do the pit maneuver. We've seen a couple of opportunities where they could do it. Now look at this. Look at this. Really busy making those turns. This is where the lights and sirens really come in handy. When you come up to an intersection like that, that means everybody's hearing those lights and sirens, so they're looking around, and if they're not moving off to the right, at least they're stopped, and that's going to be a
Right.
big plus. It's probably going to save somebody's injury and or
Man,
damage
they
to their
riding,
vehicle.
bro.
Right
They
now,
on
though,
State
the
Highway
vehicle is on.
90.
You can see it right there.
Imperial
LAPD
Highway.
right behind them. We're on Imperial Highway. We're making our way back over to the 110 freeway. Hopefully,
They
this,
said the driver is
this
confirmed to
person
be
isn't trying
Donald
to
Trump.
talk
Somebody
back over
crazy.
LAX
Call Lester.
because
Call
we
Lester.
saw
That was somebody
it-
said.
it
I
was
missed it. Different car.
complicated, it
Yeah,
was
fix the
difficult, but it
dang
definitely
audio.
did
They
not
said.
solve any
Racist
problem.
police show. What?
LAPD,
Hey,
just
rolling
because they don't have a
Xmas Street.
helicopter above it doesn't mean those cars
Rolling
can't
Christmas
drive
tree.
there.
Well,
They
that guy
can
is
drive
driving
there. They
fast. I
can
don't
do
think
whatever
he's
they need to
doing
do,
200
and
miles per
they're
hour.
right
What the
behind
heck?
it. and they're going to make sure that
Waste of taxpayer money.
suspects right now are in
Program.
custody. That driver now is suspect.
I don't know what that
aiding
is.
and
That's
abetting.
another language.
And of
He will
course,
pick
you
up.
can see the speeds kind of just slowing down a little bit. But a lot of folks out today, a lot of folks watching Fox. I can tell
Man,
you
it's a
that.
sunny
They're
day,
all out
man.
there on the side of the
Somebody
road
talking
just
about
getting
fake,
the camera
bro.
what's going
Get the
on.
buggy ramp.
And of course, that's not what LAPD wants, and definitely do never try to
I
get
tell
involved
in the
in
chat.
this
That's
stuff
like
and try
walking
to
Josh.
bring that thing to an end. Right now, though, this SUV
Move, Tesla.
continues on. We're on Imperial
Tesla, hey,
Highway,
you can't do this in the
making our way
Tesla.
over to the
Man, the
1.
juice gone. You hear me? You got a
suppose
Tesla, the
that's
juice
no
gonna be
better or
gone.
worse. This grand show of law enforcement behind him right now is deterring people from getting in his way.
Come on,
you've
man.
been covering these things
Let's
way
see how this
longer
go
than I
in. Is
have,
they gonna get
obviously,
away?
Stu. So have you seen?
They ain't
people
never said
come
nothing
to
about
see
the other
this
guy that
many
got away the
squad
other
cars
day, y'all.
in pursuit of a
Like a
suspect?
week
We're
ago.
counting 7
He had
right
got
now.
away, went through the one of
No, not at all.
the
And
the
it just
parking
goes to
garage.
show
They
how
ain't seeing nothing.
this
See or hear from
needs
him no more.
LAPD, because they have that number of squad cars there. They may be, the thinking might be along the lines of somebody aided and abetted. Who else is going to aid and abet? What are they going to have to deal with when this comes to an end? So that's probably one of the reasons why they're allowing that. A lot of times they will only allow 2 or maybe 3 vehicles to actually be in pursuit, depending upon the number of persons inside that vehicle. But in this case, this is almost a parade of vehicles right there. Making a turn right now onto Broadway. Looks like we're going to be heading northbound on Broadway. We're back in that LAX area, so it's going to be difficult to stay with it. But at least Broadway is a straightaway, so we
It's
can keep
going
an eye
down.
on it, maybe get behind it and just look straight up the street. But right now, the pursuit continues. You can see the shadow for the LAPD helicopter that is above. I understand that there's another one that's nearby. Maybe there's 2 of them over it. Dylan is confirming that right now. So they're doing that also just to make sure that when this comes to an end, that they have eyes on both those suspects when they get out and run. They want to make sure both of them are going to be in custody when this comes to an end. Right now, though, 40, 50 miles
For
an
real.
hour northbound on Broadway. We're making our way out of the Watts area. We're well established in the South LA area right now, and just continuing northbound. Hopefully he gets all greens, and there are none of these issues where we get up into traffic again, and this driver starts making those dangerous decisions.
Yeah, it is Friday, and I guess maybe that's a good thing when it comes to this kind of pursuit, because I don't see many. It could be a lot more congested on the road than it is right now.
Yeah, it could be. It could be, and it is Friday, and it is also Good Friday for that matter as well. A lot of folks staying home today in that observance, and of course Easter is this weekend. Right now, though, it looks like we're setting up for what looks like a left turn. That doesn't mean that's what he's going to do. There we go. He's just getting around that traffic that stopped at the light, and there we go, making that turn. Again, this is where those lights and sirens come in handy. A lot of the folks down there, they hear those lights and sirens, and they do what they need to do. They stop. Or try to pull over to the side of the road. So this is continuing northbound right there. You can see it. We're still, I think, portions of this is all LAPD's area right now. So right now, continuing northbound. Continuing northbound. I just heard the airship call it. So there you go. And I'm going to work with Dylan. Maybe we can get a little bit to the right, just to get those trees out of it. Okay. So this is where we're allowed to be right now. So we're going to keep an eye on it from where we can. But this pursuit continuing out here. This driver catching a lot of these red lights. You see it right there, another solid red. LAPD, the lights and sirens, probably alerting a lot of these folks to what's going on. Northbound on Broadway. 2 people in that vehicle, one of them from that avalanche. We understand possible attempted murder suspect. And then the driver of this vehicle now.
See, that's that BS. They talking about possible attempted murder suspect. Is it a murder suspect or not?
They stopped and they jumped out and got into the back seat. And
He might be looking for another victim. Hold on.
On Broadway, making a turn right now on 89th Street. Don't know if they know this area, don't know what the plan is. But right now, this just continues as a pursuit. LAPD behind it. Very little they can do to stop it. But they are probably starting to work some plans, maybe changing up their ideas. They might try spike strips. They might try something else.
Yeah, especially when you have that many officers in pursuit of this suspect. And he's going through residential neighborhoods right now once again. You know, and he's also going slow enough to where it doesn't seem like he's really endangering the public too much with the speed, at least. I mean, I know that he went through a couple of intersections.
Way to go to speak up,
and didn't
speak
stop,
good highly
but,
on the guy, man.
You know, as far as the speed goes, it doesn't really seem like he's putting the public in that much danger. So I'm wondering how long this pursuit can continue under those circumstances without police, you know, doing something to intervene here. With
You know, 88 Wall Street or whatever, he crossed Wall Street. On 88th, East 88th place.
I think they might.
If y'all on East 88th place in LA, it's going down.
We'll see how this plays out. Coming up onto another major, we don't see a lot of traffic out there. We have a bad angle right now.
No minds, no masters. That's what somebody said. No minds, no masters. He said, that boy, do they call time out and let them take a break?
To do that pit maneuver, making that slow turn.
Do they call time out and let them take a break? I ain't lying.
Other civilians in the area, but again, they haven't been certified. That's certified. They're all certified. Well, the driver that would do the pit would be certified. Hey, take a look at this. A lot of traffic right there.
Yeah,
a lot
what's
of
this person
traffic
going to do
approaching
now?
Manchester, and slowing down. At least we see that, and then making his way through that.
He ain't on no dummy mission. He ain't trying to wreck. He ain't on no dummy mission. He planning something. For those who don't know, hold on. Let me bring that back down. What did he say?
But they also might use spike strips. He did mention it in the past, and believe
For
me,
those who don't know, if they
just
even lay a
trying to
finger on that car, they will get fired. So they have to wait till the car is out of gas. Oh, okay.
They will try to use those.
They need to turn themselves in because they are running out of fuel. It's Tesso when you something whatever. Run out for you go farther than you can in a Tesla.
SUV that we're looking at right now, and then he almost we're told almost hit a pedestrian.
They playing a reback on the big screen, the up screen on the left or the top left, y'all. That's the actual live footage.
So those were scary. Those were scary moments indeed. Whenever I see a suspect drive into a parking lot, be it a grocery store, or in this case it was Bank of America, you've got pedestrians walking around. You know those folks are not thinking about
it's
fast
going
cars
down,
driving, driving through those parking lots. My blood runs cold. It really does. You just don't want to see anybody get hurt. LAPD, definitely the public safety is number one. And also, got to be clear about this, even that suspect's safety is on their minds. Continuing on, you can see that they keep moving. They're talking about something that they might have recovered from the other vehicle. Maybe somebody from our desk can clarify what they just said right there, because if there's a possibility that they did recover a weapon in that other vehicle, and there's a possibility that this person not armed, they might be able to do something like a pit maneuver.
Why would they do a pit maneuver and they're not for sure if he hijacked the car or not? See, that's just going off pure allegations. That sounds stupid. He just saying anything.
True. Very true.
Pit maneuver requires certain speeds. My volume is
These
100.
are the things that officers, this is what keeps officers alive. You just think about it like that. And, so they're not going to do anything that's going to put themselves directly in harm's way, but they want to bring this
What
to
you mean put themselves in directly in harm's way? What about putting everybody else in direct harm's way? Get the fuck out of here, man. Shut the fuck up. I do not like how these news people be talking, man.
Summer programs, but you can see it like we're farther,
they be talking crazy.
Away. We're creeping up. We're staying with it the best we can. But where this person's going, that's the big question.
I don't even know if they know where they're going at this point. It kind of seems like this pursuit has been relatively aimless. It hasn't gone on the highway. It's been going through these, mixed residential neighborhoods for a while now. And that was the same thing with the avalanche before it came to a stop and changed out cars. So it doesn't seem like there's much of a direction here.
There's definitely not much of a direction, that is for sure. But you know that with that avalanche, and when the driver was in there, they definitely made contact or were talking to this person. That wasn't just random. So they made some sort of deal. They tried, this driver of that SUV tried to get as close as possible, and then you saw it. I'm not sure what audio.
He riding, y'all.
Sure
he riding today. It's going down.
Really ride me on some of that stuff, but it definitely was a nicer high-end Audi.
YWNBAW. Well, I don't know what that means. Crow. No matter bad, this guy is a hero. Is that what he just said?
There we go. So we're approaching another major right there, the roadway running out, so he has to make a turn. looks like he's made a turn. He's going to be heading westbound.
Is it no matter how bad this guy is, he is no pudding.
Over the 110
pudding.
freeway right now.
Talking about Russian president.
Much slower driving. Much slower
I'm
driving.
popping
That's
too.
what we can see right now, but still running every red
he liked to
light
get plowed, and then he said, "Really?"
Been in the wrong side. Been driving against traffic a couple of times still. So
these people crazy.
Has not stopped, but at least the speeds have slowed down a little bit. And again, the driver of that vehicle.
They're trying to save gas. It looked like the back tire is low.
That vehicle, I believe that's going to be what LAPD was in pursuit for in the beginning. That was the attempted homicide suspect driving that Avalanche. And right now, this is the closest we've been. So we're going to see if we can get a better look at the driver.
Yeah, that back tire low, y'all.
And
look at it. Look at the back tire.
That, it does appear to be female. Does appear to be female behind the wheel. So we'll keep an eye on it the best we can, but this pursuit continues on. And this is as close as we've been to this car since this pursuit started.
Man, that back tire is on flat, y'all.
Why? Why are you doing this? And
Stu, is that back tire flat?
About that.
Yeah.
Yes. And I would not be surprised if that was a spike strip. Because you had mentioned it earlier on.
Or maybe this person hit one of the famous potholes that's cropping up all over L.A.
Yeah, one of the famous potholes. She said, "Oh, they hit one of the famous potholes."
I was going to say the pothole did some good, huh? But
they've been riding low for a minute.
Spike strip. I'm not sure how they would have got the rear and not the front, but I think it might have been a spike strip. But you can see it right there. So now,
see, they just thought, you know, the news people just be throwing out anything. Oh yeah, I don't know how they got the front but not the rear. Oh yeah, but I think it might have been a spike strip. Man, shut up, bro. Y'all be trying to get motherfuckers killed.
That just continuing on. We're on Slauson Boulevard, just making their way. Another right turn. That's always the most convenient for the suspect. LAPD, they keep an eye on that stuff too, driving behavior. But right now we're on northbound on Hoover. You can see a lot of the folks in the neighborhood. You can just imagine what all those lights and sirens sound like.
This is crazy.
Oh, sure.
Seven officers behind that one car. That's going to be making quite a.
Is it get another car?
There's no mistaking for pedestrians what's going on and where it's happening, and that's the good thing.
They might be looking for another car. Oh boy!
Is you have this grand show that something's happening and stay out of the way.
Wow. So we're keeping an eye on it, slowing down again. Oh,
coming to a stop or not?
Almost.
We keep getting fooled, Stu.
They looking for another car.
Yeah.
They seen that dude by the car. He about to get out and get it.
Very anxious right now. They're keeping an eye on all the other vehicles that may be in the area. Something might have been following them. Maybe it's some sort of independent media. Maybe not. So they're definitely keeping an eye on everything that's going on around them right now. But you saw that slowing down, almost coming to a stop right there. We got to mark that location, got to figure out that was on 56th Street. So if they make their way back to that area, that might be a spot where maybe that suspect lives, or maybe where the driver of this SUV lives. So that's something to think about. They did come to
it's going down.
A complete stop because the LAPD opened their doors just for a second. Right now, though, we're back on Figueroa, northbound. You got one flat tire. That's going to be driver's side rear. It's still holding on, so you're not riding on the
as soon as that thing go all the way it's going to be fishtailing because that thing is rear-wheel drive, it looks like.
Changing up again. But at these slower speeds, you just don't know. But the rear wheels are the drive wheels. So if that tire comes apart and it might actually make that vehicle almost undrivable. So it might give the LAPD the opportunity to bring this to a stop.
Which, hey, is exactly what happened in the original car that we saw, the Avalanche. The tire came off and riding on the rim, sparks. You can see sparks from the car, and that's essentially why the person bailed and probably got into this SUV, who clearly is an acquaintance or a friend or.
Man, y'all don't know nothing, bro. They just saying shit right now. It's falling down.
See what happens here, but Stu, I mean, how long can this car go until
it ain't a Tesla,
the rim
so
starts to bend and the wheels fall
really
off?
don't know.
Mean, how long can this thing last?
And
look at how close police are right now.
That's the big question. You can see the number of officers just following it, 2, 4, 6, 7. So they have seven. They have 7 officers right there making a turn. I got to take a moment and just because I've said Dylan's name so many times today, and it might have been a little bit in frustration. I don't
Man,
want
they
to
looking for a suspect. They
anything
trying to get
but
another
the fact
car. And
that
somebody
Dylan is
says
one of our best pilots out
GTA
there
6
flying
edition.
Skyfox.
I ain't
He's
lying. This
most
man going
diligent. He
ham.
stays up on things the best he can. He is trying to get us the best shots always. Just know that I appreciate his flying skills and his diligence.
Y'all see where they say they have West Vernon Avenue and Hoover Street. They over there in the Hoover territory.
Can't see it again.
They in the Hoover territory.
His fault. Right now, though, we can see that he's
Look at the Hoovers out there on Hoover Street up there. They kicking it too. Up there on 42nd.
And I think he did. Yes, he did. He's coming right back at us right there.
You guys.
And we're gonna get it. Yeah, we're gonna. It works out for us pretty well. Gonna keep an eye on that rear tire. I'm just kind of curious if it's the. Oh yeah, definitely coming apart right now.
Popping off.
Yep. Yeah, there it goes.
Look at that.
So that's gonna create some issues for that driver and of course that SUV's performance. And but you know, like you said,
man, last time we thought it might be coming to an end, but shit, it didn't. Man, he ain't got another vehicle, so we gotta see.
You're gonna lose that ability to speed up and you know maybe it'll bring it to an end. We've seen them in the past talk about how they can do, you know, that they would be able to do.
Oh, that thing messed up the whole back bumper.
Missing right there. The tire just beating that truck up. Look at the parts of the bumper coming apart right now. There you go. That was the big part. So now he's basically driving right on that rim. I did hear that they did recover a weapon. So,
but they did recover
like
a weapon
too. Yes.
In the Avalanche. The original car.
They said it was. I'm not 100% on that. I heard the words tossed from the vehicle.
See, man, there you go with that bullshit, bro. I hate when they be lying on a motherfucker, man. Hey, you don't know nothing, shut up, bro. They're throwing up allegations.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's like you said, too, you know, who says that this driver didn't come just with a ride? Maybe he came with a ride and a gun. So,
right, you never know.
You just don't want to be that officer right there making those decisions. You know, so, and of course, the officer that...
Hey, that guy, he was just working. He just working. He don't know what's going on. This about to fall down.
Drill into these guys to stay alive on the job. And believe me, LAPD, they're some of our best. And they are bright, and they're trained, and they are today...
People don't know what's going on, man. They so clueless.
I can guarantee you that, especially that officer that's right behind that vehicle.
Definitely.
When they were doing those... Yeah, when they were doing those high-speed driving, and they were weaving in and out of traffic... you just gotta, you know, we get worried. Just imagine what that driver is doing, that officer, and also keeping track of what's going on and keeping up on the radios. These guys the guys and gals are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, though, coming up on Vermont. Oh no, we're on Vermont. Are we on Vermont?
So,
Yes, we're on
Stu,
Vermont.
one thing I can confirm for you, and this is through police, is that the 2 women who bailed the original Avalanche that the pursuit began in have been taken into custody. And it is confirmed that this was not a carjacking, as we all were kind of guessing, because it did seem like this car was waiting around for this suspect to jump in. So yeah, clearly they do know each other. Do we know if the murder suspect, the attempted murder suspect, is male or female?
You know,
Somebody said they watch it from New York.
I don't know, and they just said murder suspect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody was saying to me a moment ago about, you know, possibly this was an Uber. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. But at any rate, now we've got that confirmed that this is not a carjacking, and this person was there on purpose to give that suspect a ride. So
we still don't know that because it looked like the passenger was trying to get out.
In pursuit. Number of officers right behind it, 2 helicopters above it from the LAPD along with Skyfox, and of course we're continuing on. The speeds have slowed down, that rear tire missing. You know, it's not a front wheel, so that's kind of a plus. Luckily, you got a green light at that one, but it's definitely going to slow it down when it speeds up. That's going to be a big plus. You know, if this thing can't get out of its own way, or if it starts slowing down, LAPD might have that opportunity to do that bid maneuver, or they're leaving it up to those officers or whoever is the watch commander in charge that are making those calls to allow it or not to allow it. Right now, though, it's a waiting game. LAPD is doing what they can to keep the public safe. The driver of that vehicle doing what she can to elude officers, and the pursuit continues. We don't know how long that car is going to keep up with those three full tires and that one flat on the back. And we don't know how much fuel it has, or we don't know how much. Look,
oh my goodness!
Come on.
Yeah,
Yes.
actively going through a crosswalk while people were walking through it. I mean, this person has put a number of pedestrians driving.
Boy, that look like
in harm's
GTA
way.
for
Let's
real.
face
Oh,
it,
the
driving
cat
on the
they
wrong side of
put
the
is messing
road,
up.
Pulling into
That look
a
like
parking
GTA
lot,
for real when you
narrowly
riding on a donut.
pedestrians, hitting another car.
But they blow your
This is
tires
far
out. That's
from a
GTA
tame
for real.
pursuit.
Oh, definitely not tame. They're definitely not tame at all. The driver of this vehicle, very aggressive, especially earlier on. We saw those extremely high speeds. We saw those moves where it was extremely dangerous. There was many close calls with this vehicle. That Avalanche, it was driving well. It had the drive of one of the steering wheels off of it. One of the front wheels were off, so it made it a little bit more difficult to maneuver. But this driver, when that suspect got in, you saw it. That thing tore out of there.
Oh yeah,
and those
that
speeds
car was
really
waiting.
picked up. Yes. They just keep and it just keeps
Man,
going.
it's going down,
that
y'all.
driver, I kind of wonder, maybe that person thinking, maybe this was not the best thing to do on Good Friday.
Yeah, I mean, because you mentioned that once that adrenaline wears off, and this person is just left driving, sometimes reality kicks in, and you hope it does for this person. You hope that reality sets in. What am I doing?
Man, you driving this whole time, man. The adrenaline going the whole time, y'all. What y'all think, man? The adrenaline going the whole time when you ride like this, man. I don't think it's gonna ever kick out until you get into handcuffs or go to jail. Okay.
Sending out a text
How about the adrenaline?
I
hope the adrenaline
planning on doing that same
kicks out.
rope-a-dope where they're trying to get somebody else
crazy. They
there.
talk about Black
Because
Lives
if that's
Matter.
the case, then
No, they said
BLM
matters.
Believe
Black
me,
Lives
LAPD,
matters.
That might have happened one time. It's not going to happen again. I can almost guarantee you that. They're going to be on the lookout for something like that. But that vehicle continues to move along right there. You can see it. We got a flat tire.
Do we have two
LAPD,
flat tires or just one?
It looks like just one. It looks like the driver's side rear. That looks like that's the only one that's definitely the only one that's.
It's going down, y'all.
But
my bad. I got it on two screens. I got it on this one and this over here. The one over here showing
they're not trying to set up
the comments.
One of those, hey, meet us at, or I'm going to get to this corner.
What the dog doing?
Because I just don't think they're going to be
Murder
able to
gets
pull it off.
30 days in
that's
jail
the only
in
thing I
LA.
can say
Hell
right
no.
now, and you're just dragging somebody else into a world of trouble.
Yeah, let's hope they don't try to upgrade cars again like they did this last time. I mean, there's enough officers in pursuit to where hopefully they wouldn't try to attempt that again, or that wouldn't happen successfully again. But I'm thinking that maybe officers are just waiting for this car to fall apart.
Well, that it actually is part of it. We always say that with law enforcement, time is on their side. The longer this pursuit goes, the more chance that it might end badly. But in this case, they're talking about they're talking about a Crown Victoria. You know what? I don't want to take the chance to look, but they're actually talking about one of the units that's in the pursuit to slow down and pull over. There's a Crown Victoria that's following the pursuit.
A Crown Victoria that's following the pursuit that they're worried about could be involved somehow?
Yes, they're worried that this is somebody that's trying to get up, and they might possibly do that same type of situation again. So they actually had one of the units from behind that pursuit to actually stop that. They said it was a Crown Victoria. That's all I heard right there just now. So the helicopter.
Man, they say they got somebody else trying to come and give them a car. Boy, this must be a shot caller right here. He got the other homie pulling up ready to give him a car and go to jail.
They're really up on it right now, especially with what happened at the end of that the avalanche chase, where this suspect jumped in the backseat of this car. They're continuing on. I guess they are continuing. I'm just kind of looking out the window, so they're continuing westbound. So it's going to make it more and more difficult for us to keep an eye on it. Hopefully, they make a U-turn, come back to where we are. But right now, this pursuit continues, and LAPD, look at the number of cars that are following it, and of course,
we're talking about at least 7 police LAPD cruisers.
That
that are
look like the
following
movies right there,
suspect.
y'all. If y'all watch
Is
that
there-
Franklin and
added presence.
Snowfall
This
and
is-
all
this
that when
is
they in it, that
unusual.
look like
You
the
don't see
movies
things
right
like
there,
this
them big
happen
old
very
tall
often.
trees
What
like
could be
that.
possibly the reason in your estimate? I know we don't know for sure, but I mean, is it because the person was armed before, wanted for attempted murder?
The person was armed. I'm sure that's part of it. The other part of it is the fact that he had this person meet them. So they're probably thinking, you know, where is this going to end? Maybe this person drives to a place where there's a number of people that are, you know, friendly to that suspect. And so they just need more officers to be there at that termination. I believe
Hold on, yeah, I gotta
that's
get
part
something
of it,
real
but
quick.
I am hearing them talk about that suspect, the driver of this vehicle, on the phone, and they are concerned about this another meet, as it would be. Like they're going to meet somebody somewhere, and then they're going to try to switch vehicles or do whatever they're going to do. LAPD is going to do everything in their power to not allow that to happen. I can guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, making our way in the South LA area, very residential area, and there we go. Sorry, was looking at a street too far north, but and just keeping an eye out right there, see if they go through here or they make a turn. There they are. Was that them? Yeah, that was them. So that vehicle that we were looking at was actually a vehicle paralleling this, and that's what we were talking about earlier on. They're gonna have LAPD officers nearby paralleling the pursuit, just in that general area wherever it is. So when it does come to an end, they have extra officers there.
Yeah, and once again, this person's in a residential neighborhood. So if you're in this area, if you're watching this all unfold right now from the comfort of your homes, please stay inside. Do not go out and because we've seen a couple of people, right? We've seen a couple of people standing in their homes and we just don't know. We just don't know if this person who's driving is armed with anything but a cell phone. We just don't know at this point. So it's better to be safe than sorry and just stay inside. And if you are, as we try to get this, shot back up and running again, but if you are just joining us, this police pursuit began in the LAX Inglewood neighborhood.
Can we wander south?
Yeah. With an avalanche, we were told there were 3 occupants inside this avalanche, and then led police on a lengthy chase. The suspect bailed from the car and into a waiting SUV, leaving behind a weapon in the back seat of that avalanche. 2 other women, we're told, tried to escape from that avalanche and were arrested. So they're in custody right now. And then that SUV, that waiting SUV, we're told this was not a carjacking. This was actually somebody who was waiting for that suspect, started gunning it down, mostly secondary roads, right, Stu? This is not taking us to the highway just yet. Or am I wrong?
We have not seen anything. We have not seen anything as far as the freeways ever with these vehicles, with the second one or the first one. They've been staying on. The streets. I just heard them talking about Century and Van Ness. You probably can see right there as well. We got the streets up right there. So we're trying to locate exactly where he's at. But approaching. Hang on. So that. Okay. So they're.
Yeah, so you're trying to get
Century approaching Western. There they are right there. So they're making that turn, so they're going southbound on Western right now. So they're still heading over towards the 105 once again. But like you said, we've not seen them on any of the freeways at all this afternoon. So that vehicle continues to go, even with the 3 tires and the one flat on the driver's side rear. LAPD still behind it. And you can see right there, as I'm lacking on my skills. Sorry about that.
No,
you're trying to stay a little bit ahead of it, but we get a glimpse of it every now and then through the buildings. I know this is not the shots that we usually see with these pursuits, but it's been staying in the South LA area, and with these new rules that. That's another story for another time. But we're held at bay, and we basically have to sit out here and try to get the shots that we can. But they're making their way southbound right now. 108th is what I heard just a second ago. So we try to keep ahead of them, and see if we can watch them pop out somewhere down towards the south.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, Stu, if there's a thought behind. You mentioned that the possible use of spike strips, but wouldn't more than one tire be flat if that were the case? I don't know if you can hear me. Let's get back though to that original video while he tries to get a shot of this suspect. This is kind of where this chase picked up. If we could get to that video of this shot right here. This is near Inglewood. This was West Century Boulevard that this happened, where the suspect bails out of the avalanche, which was broken down already, and then hops into that waiting SUV. I think police right now are worried the same thing's going to happen again because we've seen this pattern, right? I mean, this avalanche kept going essentially around in circles through these neighborhoods until it came to a stop, and then this happened. So you're kind of hoping that history doesn't repeat itself right now. But then you see that car, that SUV, driving into the Bank of America parking lot, narrowly missing several pedestrians, cutting through that parking lot and continuing on. We are dealing with an attempted murder suspect, and we're told that this person had left a weapon.
Somebody said R.I.P. Joe Rogan. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. What the heck is wrong with these people?
That was waiting. And we're back with Stu. So this person is on the highway?
R.I.P. King Louis.
No, not on the highway. We just crossed over the 105 freeway. We're going to be back in the Inglewood area.
I look like a white boy.
He's been staying on Western. We still have to stay a little bit farther away. If it gets farther south, that's going to be good for us because then at least we might be able to get a little bit closer. Right now, they're still southbound on Western as the last 122, so we're looking in the right spot, but it's just so far away and out at a distance, and you got so much trees out there, but somewhere right there in that area. There you go. We got a glimpse of a LAPD cruiser. Yeah, we're in the Hawthorne area. And making our way southbound. And just trying to keep ahead of it and use that end-of-the-lens technology. There we go. So, this is one of those things where if you were looking out the window of Skyfox, you could not even make out where this is, even if I tried to point it out to you.
Yeah.
But you can see right there a lot of traffic, and let me see if they're going through or they made a turn. Looks like they're going southbound, keep it on going, keep it on, keep on. So they're continuing southbound on Western, so we're making our way probably into Gardena by now as we're staying on Western, continuing southbound. Where they're taking us, well, we're going to find out when we get there. That's the best I can say. I used to say that to my kids all the time. But right now, that driver's keeping the officers at bay. They did have some suspicious vehicle following them for a little bit. They are concerned that this driver might be trying to contact somebody else, and they might be able to do another one of these swap of cars. The LAPD is going to do what they can to make sure that does not happen. Right now, though, making our way. Looks like we got another major coming up, but it seems like cars are stopping, so they got a red light. And continuing on, southbound Western, and definitely in Gardena area right now. LAPD, they've been chasing this car, well, this one, since that swap. But this started, I don't even know how long ago.
I've lost all concept of time right now, Stu.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, this pursuit's been going on for at least, how many, 40 minutes? I think?
40 minutes. That is a long.
An hour and a half. An hour and a half.
LA standards. That is definitely long for LA standards. And you can see that vehicle just continues to drive. That one tire is flat. Was it a spike strip? Well, you know what? I don't know if we're ever really going to find out. Or was it a pothole? Don't really know. But I can tell you that's the only big plus right now for this chase is that they are down to 3 good tires on that car. You can see the sheriff's department helping out and just kind of
posted up at the corner there.
Yeah, and this is what they do. Law enforcement, they want to keep the public safe. I can tell you, sheriff's units probably are going to be in the area as well now that we are out of the LAPD area.
Hold on, let me get my noodles out.
On their brethren in brown, as it would be, because they wear those tan uniforms. But we're making our way south on Western. We're in the Gardena area. We have had a little bit of a tour of the Los Angeles area for sure. But this chase continues. Maybe we can get a little bit better look at that driver. Right now, it looks like both hands are on the wheel.
Look, they're at the 9s and 3s, Stu, like we always advise. Safe driving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe driving. You can see she's very concerned about people around her.
Of course,
And,
of course she is.
Of course she is. But at least she's not on the phone, because we definitely saw her on the phone earlier on.
So yeah, you did see her on the phone. Was she texting? Was she calling someone? Was she texting actively while she was, being pursued by at least 7 squad cars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, sorry about that. I was fighting a little bit of a cold. But yeah, you just don't know. I would venture to say probably texting, just because the window's down. If she was on a speaker, what are you going to hear with that window down? So right now, though, this pursuit just continues. This driver's still just driving. It looks like we're just doing a little bit of weaving around there. Whoa, a little bit of a hard turn. And those are the things that we just don't want to see. And now she's going the wrong way in traffic. A lot of folks, they hear those lights and sirens. They're coming to a stop. That's what they have. That's what the public does. And it's actually a really good thing, especially when it's a chase like this. Right now, speeds have really, really slowed down, and that's a plus as well. But we're going to keep an eye on what's going on. And of course, right now, it's just a slow drive down Western as we're making our way south from L.A. into Gardena, and let's see if we make our way down to Palos Verdes, because I think that's where Western ends, right? Is down in the Palos Verdes area.
Yeah, I mean, this rear tire might be working to their advantage, right? Because at some point this car's got to slow down, and
that was nice.
That was real sweet, wasn't it?
Yeah. Classy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at this point, I don't think that person cares about much of anything right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I was saying, I think that the rear tire being out and disabled might be working to cops' advantage, at least, because this person cannot go that fast. Eventually, I would have to imagine you keep driving like this, and you're driving on the rim, sparks are going to come up, and your car is going to be completely disabled. That will happen at some point in the near future.
Yeah, I'm just amazed that this wheel is holding on. I mean, it appears that it has some rubber still stuck to the. It seems like the tire part is gone, but the sidewalls are still there. But it is just amazing that it is just holding on as well as it is. Right now, though, this car, they're going. Let me pull up the speedometer real quick. We had it down because we were at the end of our lens and stuff like that. Yeah, that's about right. We're going about 45 miles an hour, 43 miles an hour. That seems to be about right. And these are the speeds that LAPD has been talking about as well. So that's a big plus. Those high speeds have slowed down. LAPD, they're not slowing down. They've got a number of officers still behind it. And I think maybe one of the reasons, too, why they keep getting an extra officer at the end is because of that fact that they are worried that this person might be trying to get a hold of somebody. Somebody might be following them that try to get up closer. And we heard it. I don't know what came of it, but they did stop a vehicle that was trailing the pursuit.
Well, they would have to. They would have to get around the parade of seven police SUVs to get to that suspect.
Intent, or was it somebody, maybe an independent news person? But right now, it just continues to move along down there, and I'm going to stay a little bit wider on the shots for right now, and the pursuit continues. But at least the speeds are down to what we can at least call normal speeds, 35 miles an hour, as we're coming up on another red light, and at least she slowed down just a little bit.
Yeah, well, you're wondering what this woman's relationship is to the suspect. Obviously an acquaintance. Obviously she was waiting on standby to pick this person up. And you're hearing there was a Crown Vic that was possibly following this police pursuit in relation to...
he's still moving. He's still don't move. Okay, what they said over here? They said R.I.P. Joe Rogan. What the fuck?
Another
call buzzard.
Vehicle?
Doritos.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. Making
Dip-toe orange. Town without Pittman.
Are we going against traffic?
Somebody
right now?
please call my mother and tell. Hold on, what these guys that was going too fast. They going too fast. Man, it's going down. If y'all don't know, man, it's going down, man. This man that jumped out of one car, went in another one. Someone please call my mother. Tell her you can get herpes from.
But yeah, we're going down. We're
Blow
Western Avenue right now. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
So
we have you back.
I ain't never heard of that before. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. So if y'all ain't know, man, if anybody new coming on here, letting y'all know,
that
man, this
began
guy, he's a
near
murder
LAX
suspect. They
Inglewood
landed a
area.
helicopter
This
on the
has
street
been
where he was
a
at, where
fairly
he was
wild
keeping people
pursuit so
hostage,
far, I
y'all.
have to say, as
He
we
was
wait
keeping
for
people
Stu
hostage.
to come
Oh,
back
let me
to
mute
us. I mean, he has
the
a
thing real
fairly
quick.
clear.
He was keeping somebody hostage. Oh, they landed a helicopter there because they like the person got assault rifles and everything. He had assault rifles, all that shit. They landed the helicopter on the street, shut the block down in like a 2 or 3 block radius, man. This guy hijacks a car, you know what I'm saying, or takes the people that he got hostage, takes their car, takes them on a high speed chase. They throw the spike strips out, hit the spike strips on the car. The car got got one of the tires gone on the right side. They driving around. They go to the airport, get to the airport, then they get out and he get out and run and jump in this car right here. Now they got this car. They've been riding around in this car around LA, and the back tire just all of a sudden it looked like it was flat at first, and then it just blew. So now they riding on 3 wheels on this car, and it look like he looking for another car, man. But they don't know if this person in there is an accomplice or he's a hijack victim as well, man. So that's where we at right now, y'all. Just to put y'all on game, man. It is going down.
Goes. Are we
This
circling again?
this some
Or have we
GTA
really
shit
left
right
this
here. You only
area?
see this shit on GTA.
You know what? I can hear you, but now I have now I actually have mixed minus issues. I can hear myself on the radio as well.
Yeah.
We are staying on Van Ness. We just made another turn. You saw that craziness right there. She got off of Western and then made her way onto 190th for a little bit, driving on the wrong side of the road, weaving around a little bit. Now we're making our way back over towards Western. Don't know if that's the plan or not, but you can see that vehicle continues to drive. LAPD, they still right there behind her. That driver has that suspect from that earlier pursuit in the back seat, so now they're in pursuit of her as well. This SUV just keeps on going, and then you know what? As long as she keeps those speeds,
can't do that in no
down to what we've
Tesla.
been saying,
Yeah,
it's going to be
can't do that in no
okay.
electric vehicle.
I would venture to say, hopefully, there's not somebody not paying attention, and that when she's running a red light, and that will.
That's why they want an
crash
electric
into
vehicle right there.
Vehicle as it would be.
2035, you can't even have one of those in there.
Right there behind it. Looks like we're making our way back over towards Western. There it is. And we're continuing southbound on Western. So there must be a reason why they're staying on Western Boulevard. So
you're going to try to do that in an electric vehicle, they're going to call and shut it down.
Continuing southbound back on
shut that shit down.
Avenue. This is one of those ones where, I would venture to say that driver is going to drive that SUV till it does not drive anymore.
Yeah.
Meaning it might get stuck somewhere, or they were run out of gas, or
you're gonna drive that motherfucker till he can't drive no more.
It is. That suspect the driver is not going to give up. They're going to wait for that vehicle to give up before they do anything. LAPD, they are still well out of their area, but now we're in the Harbor Gateway area. So I think if we keep on going south,
Spooky Ghost, somebody man, Spooky Ghost, man, that man is
LAPD down this way as well. Especially down in the San Pedro area, but I don't know if we're going to go that far. But right now, we're definitely in the Harbor Gateway, so it's going to be sheriffs in this area as well. But LAPD definitely in pursuit. I know the other law enforcement; they're going to be nearby. This driver
on every time.
Just being batty this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not
being
going to lie
behind the wheel, just doing what she needs to do to keep those officers that far behind her. But in the end, hopefully nobody gets hurt. But you know that this is going to come to an end with those suspects going into custody.
Yeah, and you hope that it comes to a peaceful end as well, because this pursuit's been happening for some 2 hours now. And so can you? And I was asking you this earlier. I don't know if you could hear me, but this pursuit has sort of stayed within the same area, right?
For a reason.
It doesn't necessarily seem like this person has
for
a
reason.
I heard the more pedestrians.
Yeah.
I heard the question about staying in the same area. We've watched pursuits sometimes take us on tours of South LA. We get on freeways, we go way out east, we come back, and etc. This one was hanging out in the LAX area, Inglewood area for the longest, and then made its way into South Los Angeles, and now making our way well south of all of that, making our way basically towards the Ranchos Palos Verdes area, or Torrance, depending upon how far south we're going to go. LAPD, well, it looks like we're making a turn. Maybe there is a destination, because this seems to be a pretty random turn right here.
There's a truck. You just passed the truck you could have got.
Looks like a very residential neighborhood. So LAPD, they're going to stay behind it. You know, they have information about what's going on. A little bit of traffic here. When we get on these residential roads, I always get worried. But there we go. So we're not staying on 122nd. Now we're on Harvard. But you know, what
they keep slow playing, man. They about to
really
what?
You know, we might figure it out, we might not, but LAPD, they just want to bring this to an end. They just want to take those two people into custody right now. That passenger wanted for the first pursuit and possibly an attempted homicide, and then the driver of this one who's basically aiding and abetting. That's the big charge that's going to be on there, and evading being the pursuit. But right now, that vehicle is still holding on with the 3 full tires. The one shredded one on the back, LAPD in force down there. You can see a number of them. One of the LAPD helicopters overhead. They're making the calls as well, giving these officers on the ground
obsessed
heads
with
up
Joe.
at least about what traffic is doing when they get through these intersections. But right now, I'm pretty much like everybody else. You just want to see this come to an end safely, and those 2 suspects go into custody.
Yes, you think of it this way. We have been on this pursuit for so long that not just 1, but 2 cars have broken down. Or are actively breaking down, I should say. Yeah, you really do hope that this comes to a peaceful end because, you know, what's the game plan?
Gotta get you a reliable car. Y'all said they had one of them stolen Hellcats, man.
And you're hoping that nothing happens as a result of this because this person has been weaving in and out of parking lots. We've seen them go the wrong way down roads, putting a lot of people in harm's way, even though not going fast, but still putting a lot of people in harm's way.
When last time y'all had some of them corn nuts, man? Them corn nuts, man.
Well,
yeah, and
that would remind me of them rats corn nuts.
It really doesn't seem like this person, you know,
again,
they're almost
I'm
looking
having
for open
a
road.
lot of issues just trying to hear you right now. But what I can say is that, you know, the LAPD, when this thing comes to an end, they are going to treat this as armed suspects inside that vehicle. Even though, you know, we heard them earlier on saying that they did have 1 gun in custody. They retrieved that out of that avalanche. That was the first vehicle that they...
That ain't what you said. You said they retrieved it. See, he lying now. He talking about they retrieved... They said they retrieved it out of the avalanche, but earlier he said they retrieved it off the side of the road because they threw it out the car.
Brought a weapon. You just don't know. But the fact that the suspect is wanted for... well, here we go. Things might be changing up a little bit. That vehicle slowing down, slowing down. She's probably thinking to myself, should have got gas before I picked this guy up. Maybe. Let's see what's going on. Up. The door's opening up.
Okay.
Opening up. That was
out of a moving vehicle.
Okay.
There's somebody else there trying to make a run for it. 2 people are trying to make a run for it.
Hey, go!
And making his way through the houses this way. We're going to keep an eye on him. Somebody running out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah,
look at that. Did you see that?
Oh, shit, I thought he about to take the mail truck.
Like, oh, my God. I don't blame him. Just keep it running there. Well, you know, I'm getting tired just watching this guy run. This is exhausting, and he's just keeping it up. Now, LAPD, I can tell you that they are calling it out right now. I'm just saying a little bit wider. You can see a number of those.
Hey, move it over!
Right there.
Hey, go! Come on, keep jogging, nigga! Keep jogging, nigga!
Doesn't try to get into somebody's house. Oh, please don't get into somebody's house.
Please tell me you know this person.
Get a little closer. He's moving around. Up. He got folks getting out of the way. You know, maybe this is somebody's house that they know.
I don't know.
Maybe not. We're going to see if that garage door is open. Officers definitely have their guns out, but you can see.
Oh, they got him.
The residents of this house knew what was going on pretty much. They didn't seem any kind of excited about what was happening right there, just kind of leisurely walking away.
Man, he passed the mailman truck. I thought he could have got the mailman truck.
Yeah, they're probably just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So definitely guns are out, and I'm going to stay a little bit wider. I really have a feeling this is going to end well.
He's got his arms up,
but
so
I just don't want to see anything happen. Unfortunate right now. We just don't know. But this suspect definitely has their hands out.
Yeah,
but like I said,
this
they're
is
going to
certainly
treat
the most...
this like it is an armed suspect.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
But this is the most
man, it's going down.
Winded LAPD, they must be winded as well. But they've got to keep their composure. There they go. There they go.
Wow.
Making that move, taking this guy into custody.
All right. But I still saw one person
they got
actually
him,
try to run away. I don't know if that person's in custody.
That's it. They got him.
Check on that. But there were 2 people inside that car.
Man, they got
One
it.
bailed. Is that a woman?
That's right. And the females, the driver of that vehicle, she got out, kind of walked for a little bit.
Oh, this is a
and I can
female.
guarantee you, they took that guy, that woman into custody almost right away.
Yeah.
We can double check, but right now this person going into custody right here on Kaywood.
Was this a
is gonna be
dude?
on Kaywood, the 22,900 block of Kaywood. That's where this suspect in custody now after a long run, couple of vehicles. And then that unfortunate crash into that really expensive Audi. That was a beautiful car.
Old girl got out the car. She about to fall. Look, look, look,
It's
look.
still putting a lot of people in harm's way. Making another turn.
Look at man, I don't know what the hell she talking about running for the police. This is how y'all know y'all be having the women talking about, oh, I'm down. They be lying and shit.
A lot of issues, just trying to,
No, but
to
as soon as they gotta run, well, hey, I'm telling.
What I can say is that you know, the LAPD, when this thing comes to an end, they are going to treat this as
Watch this here.
armed suspects inside that vehicle. Even though
I had to
you know,
rewind it,
we
y'all.
heard
Watch
stuff
this here,
earlier
man.
on saying that they did have
She damn near
one
followed the car,
custody,
damn
they
near
could
running over.
retrieve that out of
Damn,
that
you don't know how to hop out of a moving car, this shit.
first vehicle that they were in that pursuit with.
All them challenges y'all been doing, following the car.
You know, you
Ghost
just
ride
don't
the
know.
whip.
Maybe this person had 2
You don't know how to
Maybe
jump
this
out the
person
damn car.
you know, the driver of this vehicle brought a weapon. You just don't know. But the fact that the suspect is wanted for, well, here we go. Things
There's
might
a
be
major
changing up a
slowdown
little
right
bit.
now.
That vehicle slowing down,
Yeah.
slowing down.
It's over
Probably
with.
thinking to myself, should
Look
I
at
back
watch
up
it, watch
before
it.
I pick this guy up? Maybe. Let's see what's going on. Up, the door's opening up.
Okay.
Door's opening up.
Look at this.
Oh, that
Bailing
was
out of a moving vehicle.
okay.
There's somebody else
And,
there
she
trying to
was
make a
out
run.
walking.
I
for it.
lie. She damn near ran
Trying to make a
herself
run
over.
for it.
Cause this shit crazy.
Making his
Run for
way through
This
the
shit crazy.
houses this way. We're
What's
gonna
up,
keep an eye
King?
on him. Somebody running out of the way.
I was over here doing this
Yeah.
stream on his They had the live LA chase.
Just like
Oh boy, he jumped out one car,
Okay.
took another car hostage. Look, see how almost hurt herself
Bailing
now.
out of a moving vehicle.
okay.
There's somebody else
And,
there
she's
trying to
out
make a run
walking,
for
and
it.
he's
2
out
people are
running.
trying to make a run
There we
for it.
go. And
On
making
Because you
his
can't even cash the
way
money on him.
through the houses this way. We're gonna keep an eye on him. Somebody
On
running
me.
out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
please
at that.
stay
Did you
inside.
see
Hell
that?
yeah, you could definitely cash that
Some
motherfucker.
civilian
Yeah.
was just like, oh,
Man, y'all, that's the end of the video. He got caught, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I got food on my damn list. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. That man ain't got caught, man. This is a goddamn shame. She trying to jump out the car while you might well stay in your ass in the car. What these people crazy, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm going off this bug, man. Make sure y'all, if y'all ain't did already, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. Definitely do me that favor, man. I'm out.